Hi, I'm here at RSA 2024 with John Spiegel. John, great to chat to you. What do you do when you're not speaking
So I'm
to
a
me?
field CTO for HPE Aruba Networking, really specializing in security. So this is kind of our coming out party for HPE to be a security company. So we're excited to be here and hanging out with my good friends.
That's great. So what we're doing here, we're asking a number of questions like general things, themes around security. And I think first thing on the top of a lot of people's minds, mine as a CISO is, in a lot of ways, why is data security perceived or indeed actually so hard?
Well, I mean, data's everywhere. If you think about it, in the past, 10, 15 years ago, it existed in the data center, and it was most likely on a file server or an email. These were just a few places. That's changed. Cloud has changed the game. SaaS applications have changed the game. Data is now distributed not only in that data center, but all across the internet. So finding where that critical data is really the challenge. And then how do you protect it? So is it on the device? Is it in the data center? Is it in the cloud? Is it an Excel spreadsheet? So really, I think what you need to do is think about what are the key things you need to protect. What is valuable to your company? If you're an airplane manufacturer, that's probably the schematics. And how do you protect that data so it doesn't get leaked out to a competitor or a foreign nation? So it's really thinking about going back and really starting to use some of the zero trust principles that we saw with Kindervag and Chase Cunningham talking about. Where are the crown jewels? Build those protect surfaces around it, and then start to really up-level your security. Again, doing the basics.
Absolutely. You mentioned zero trust and things like that, but also there's these security frameworks, and everybody seems to have their favorite one, be it ISO or SOC or NIST or whatever. What's your take on that? Do you have a favorite security framework you'll go to? Or,
I don't have one. I think it's important to understand one or two frameworks, whatever that may be, and it really depends on your vertical. If you're in retail, you may have one you prefer. If you're a government organization, there's probably another one. But really what it does is it helps you understand complexity. You can use a framework because security is so complex, it touches so many realms. I mean, if you think about it, security is not only about data, it's not only about networking, it's not only about identity, it's also about physical security. So how do you understand this realm that really is woven through the fabric of the business? And that's really what a framework does. I just think you got to pick one or two, and that's the lens you understand the world in.
Absolutely, that's really great. And last question. I know it's only quite early on in the show, but and it's one of your favorite questions. Absolutely. So, walking across the show floor, or kind of just generally in San Francisco at the moment, have you seen any ludicrous uses or references to AI or large language models?
Oh my gosh.
Discongruous LLM.
I haven't seen one yet, but that said, I haven't really done the walk.
Exactly.
So I think once I walk through the startup area, I'll start to see some uses of AI that maybe are a little grander than what we may see.
Stretch.
So I think that's AI is obviously a big topic. The other one that we're seeing a lot of is this debate between platforms and best of breed. So that's another one. We're seeing a lot of big vendors here, not only on the show floor, but outside the Moscone area. If you think about IT, there's a lot of complexity. There's a lot of tools that you need to leverage. I read a study where companies have, an average enterprise company has almost 76 discrete different tools. That's just not sustainable.
No.
So I think that's going to be a question we'll see next year. Is the platform debate still a real thing? Or are we going to maintain best of breed and all this technology?
Yeah, absolutely. A move from the art of the possible to the what do we actually need?
Exactly. Rationalize what we're using to protect our digital future.
Well, that's certainly been really interesting, John. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Anytime.
Have a great show.
Anytime.